What's up, guys? I'm so excited to be starting this channel. Like, I've just really looked at my life and realized I've got so much value to give people. I should not be holding back. So the aim of this channel is to give you so much value that you can go out there and change your mindset, change your body, change the relationships in your life. Start to build discipline and habits that allow you to change your life. So I'm excited. My goal in life is I've realized that I love to help people grow and also help myself grow, and I've become addicted to changing lives. So money is not something I'm attracted to, and that's why I'm giving all this value for free. And I'm excited for you guys to really take advantage of all this and really apply it. Now, obviously, before I start sharing all this knowledge of you all, I thought the first video that I would do would be really good to, really just share my story so you can kind of understand that I was not brought up with wealth. I had no wealth around me, to be honest. And my childhood wasn't like shit, and it wasn't like horrible either. But it was just an average lifestyle, right? So, look, so right now I'm 23 years old, and the date is the 16th of October in 2023. I've got no idea how long I'm gonna do this for, how much this is gonna grow. But I'm excited, right? And it's gonna be every Monday, so you guys can get some motivation, and maybe eventually I'll start doing it more regularly. But this is just more for like giving value and really making a name for myself in the personal development space, or even in Australia in general. So my story pretty much is I have incredible parents. They've always supported me, always believed in me, always been positive, been amazing role models in my life, which I'm very lucky and grateful for. I've got incredible brothers as well, cousins. Like, I've got a great family. Now, in school, I was very, very shy. A bit of a loner in primary school. Like, never really was around any of the popular kids. Like, struggled to speak up. Um, I would sometimes sit by myself at recess and lunch, or like hang out with the outcasts, if that's what you want to call them. So yeah, it wasn't really, a great, going through primary school and stuff like that. And then in high school, kind of the same thing, very just quiet, very just kind of kept to myself. Always didn't want to get in trouble, never wanted to get involved in fights or violence. Um, and there was a few people in high school who did bully me and made me feel quite weak and quite vulnerable and not so great. Which was pretty hard. Some days I didn't want to go to school, some days I did. It all depended on my mindset. I really didn't enjoy where I was. I was at a Catholic school. I grew up in Catholic school through primary school as well. I do believe it did somewhat shape me to have some of the characteristics that I have. But honestly, I just hate the system. I think it's so wrong. The fact that we have to have, our buttons all done up. We have to have long pants, a tie, a blazer. You can't take you got to be wearing like your long pants whenever in winter and stuff. You cannot wear shorts. Like, they don't want to see your hair on your legs. You got to get your diary signed every single day from your actual head teacher in the morning. So it was just like, what is this? Like, this is not what I want to do doing. Now, lucky for me, whether I had a choice or not, my other brother wasn't going to come to the school I was going to, so we ended up going to a public school. And that's where everything changed, to be honest. Like, having the freedom to carry a bag around, not having a locker, was bloody amazing. I loved it. I loved the freedom. I could listen to music. I was very ahead of a lot of people in my year because a lot of them weren't very switched on. But it was still great teaching. I still loved it. Awesome people to be around. I was in somewhat of the outcast when I came to the school, but because I was so new, even the popular kids, got on well with, and I was in a lot of their classes. And it was cool. It was actually really great. I loved my last 2 years in school. Now, I always knew I didn't want to go to uni. I hated studying. I hated doing homework. So what I actually decided to do is I'm going to do a trade. Now, my uncle, I'm very successful electrician, has made a lot of money, lives a pretty cool life. And I thought, well, I don't want to go to uni, but I can definitely live the life that my uncle lives. So I'm going to be an electrician. So I started to become an electrician. I did some pretty much would go out to do work placement in year 11, and I did that. And then I enjoyed it. It was great. I worked with Zach Langdon from the Giants, which was pretty cool. And I really enjoyed learning. It was great. I'm someone who asks a lot of questions. Like if I don't understand something, I always wanted to figure out what it was and why it happened. So then year 12 came, there was an opportunity to do a pre-apprenticeship in electrotechnology, which is to study to become an electrician. And I was like, yeah, I'll do it. So me and my best mate, Chaz, we jumped in, gave it a go. We both passed. So we ended up doing a pre-apprenticeship through school. So I was only at school 3 days a week, and 2 days I was at work and at TAFE. And honestly, that was amazing. It made the year go so fast, and it allowed me to leave my school and graduate and go straight into apprenticeship. Right now, because I made such an impact on the guy that I did work placement with, I was able to go straight into electrical apprenticeship, which was pretty exciting. But I actually never went to go to levers. So if anyone got to go to levers, I hope you guys had a great time. I never got to experience it, and honestly, I don't really care anymore. I did care for a while, but I don't now. So I worked with a company, a small little business. Did that for about 6 months. They ran out of work. They had no income for about 7 months. I was making $10 an hour. It was pretty shit, but I knew that I could find a way to continue my apprenticeship. So I messaged over 2,000 people on LinkedIn. Finally got a job with Skill Hire as a group organization, which means they just moved me around to multiple companies when they run out of work. Which I was like, okay, cool. I'll never run out of work, right? Well, it does happen. I did have a pretty crap boss, and then I end up going to losing my job due to COVID and lockdown, like a lot of people did, right? Now, at first, I was really angry. I'm like, why am I not allowed to finish my apprenticeship? Like, what is happening? Like, what is actually happening? And I don't know where this mindset came from. And I was like, look, I can keep blaming the government or my boss for the reason why I don't have, an income, or I can find a way to create my own. So during those times, about I think it was 6 months, I had no income. I was just like frustrated, pissed off, depressed, didn't know what the hell to do. But I knew how to do something because the life I was living right now wasn't allowing me to live the life I wanted to live. So I was just walking around in my backyard, and all of a sudden, something in my head said, "Look into crypto." I'm like, "Why?" And I did it because I was like, I'm not going to miss an opportunity that the universe is trying to tell me, because there's obviously a reason why I keep losing my apprenticeship. Like, there's a reason for it. So I said, you know what? I'll do it. I started learning about crypto, and I kid you not, I found a passion that I never thought would exist. I learned so much. I was just loving it. I was making quite a lot of money as an apprentice. I was like, this is pretty cool. I was very lucky. It was a bull market in 2021 when I did start. And yeah, so what I did is I was like, well, maybe there's people in Perth that I could probably talk to, because I'm from Perth, Western Australia. And I started talking to people. And from doing that, I started running meetups where at least 90 people would attend every week. It was mind blowing. It was amazing. I was learning so much. And I was around people who retired from crypto. I was around people who were millionaires from crypto. I was around people who've been doing it for a long time. So I was like, oh my God, this is real and I can do this, right? So, like anyone's crypto journey, if anyone is listening to it and really agrees with me, right? You saw something go up, you buy it. You saw something go down, you didn't really know when to sell it, and you probably end up going to zero or back where you bought it, and then you don't make any money, right? And this kept happening to me. I kept spending hours and hours researching coins, trying to figure out what the hell I was doing wrong. And then I'd buy a coin when everyone else says to buy it, like, buy the room and sell the news. I didn't understand that. So the news would come out, I'd buy it, it would just drop. And I'm like, oh my God, what am I doing wrong? It was driving me insane. So what I did is I started looking into what the hell is there, like maybe there's something I'm missing, because the one thing I've realized in life is education is key to anything, right? So let's just say, for example, you're in the real estate market, right? You could go out there, buy a really good house and get very lucky and make a lot of money. Like anything, like you can go to the casino and do the same thing. But if you're educated in the real estate market and you go out there and buy houses, you're going to make more money and it's going to be actually sustainable. So to me, I was like, okay, well, I can keep getting lucky and buying good coins, or I can learn like what the professionals do. So I then joined a company called MTS Education. They taught me how to read the financial markets, and it was exciting. Like even just joining support and resistance and seeing prices bounce and off stuff like that, I was like, oh my God, this is pretty damn cool. And like trend lines and Fibonacci, it was exciting stuff. And I realized like the difference between a lot of people in my life is most people work for money, and the people who work for money don't really have the life that I want. yes, my uncle has a great life and he works for money, but the thing is, he has to sacrifice the most valuable asset in the world, which is time, to make that money. And I realized the most successful people don't do that. They have a way for money to work for them. And when you learn to trade and invest properly, you can sit back, go for a walk with family, you can do whatever you want, and money is working 24/7. Like right now, I'm in a trade I've been in for like at least 2 months now, and that's just generating me income, and I'm not doing anything. My stop loss is above the entry, so now I'm never going to lose, and it's just cool. It's just like a money making machine right now. Okay, so not to get off track, I learned the trade, and pretty much I didn't believe I could do it because when I got started, my family were telling me, you're gonna get scammed, you're gonna lose a lot of money, and guess what? I think I focused too much on being scammed that I got scammed. I was trying to buy a coin, didn't know what I was doing, asked for support, someone tried to support, help me, and I thought they were, and I lost a couple $1,000, which was crap, but I knew it was coming because I was focused on it, right? What you focus on, you attract. And it was hard. I really did want to give up. I felt dead inside. I really did feel dead inside. And I just said, you know what? I'm not going to give up because that means the people who said I'm going to give up and fail, they would win. And I'm not letting that happen. I love proving people wrong. So I said, you know what? I'm going to find a way to make this happen. I'm never going to give up. And with that mindset, within 14 months, I completely left my apprenticeship through trading, and it was amazing. I felt so proud of myself. I'm like, I fucking did it. I did something. I've changed my family tree forever. I'm going to retire my parents to my number one goal, which I understood if I was an electrical apprentice or even an electrician, that's going to take me years, and they might pass away by the time I can do that. So I need to find a way to create money fast and properly, right? So I wasn't going to get involved in any of those get rich fast schemes because that's just stupid. Anything that guarantees your returns, do not fall for it. But yeah, pretty much left my job. Went all in. I had 5 months before I was qualified, so you can imagine my friends, my family saying you're an idiot, just finish it, have something to fall back onto. I was like, you know what? For the reason for why you're saying that is the reason why I'm not going to do it. Because if you think about it, if you do what everyone's telling you to do, you'll have their life. But if you do something that no one's telling you to do, you won't have their life. And that's the goal. You don't want to have their life, right? So if you're doing something different, understand people are going to judge you. You're going to feel uneasy as well. It's not going to feel normal. It's going to feel uncomfortable. Like anything you're scared of doing, that's what it's going to feel like when you try to do something that is not normal, but you know will help you and will get you a better life. Because in order to get something you never had, you got to do something you've never done. Because if you keep doing what you've always done, you always get what you've always had. It's as simple as that. I hope that was some like wisdom that you guys probably never heard of, but yeah, so I was scared for my life. I realized, look, my apprenticeship's over. I've got no income coming in except for trading. I've got to learn to be really consistent with this and treat this like a job. At first, I was very slack. I was sleeping in, I was being lazy, and I realized I cannot do this. So I started trading. I was making money. It was great. Got some like consistent results. But it was really interesting. As I was doing this, I had someone called Ryan Cornett, and this guy's from the Gold Coast. Never met him, but he was a really good trader that I introduced through MTC. And he got so good at trading that he was able to leave his toxic environment where he worked to now spend full time at home with his family and do something he generally loves, and that was him to create freedom. And when I saw the smile on his face when he told me he left his job and now because of me, he's now living the life that he never thought he could. I felt amazing. Like I felt incredible. There was nothing to replace it. And I was like, money can never make me feel this way. So why am I focused on generating income through trading when I can find a way to help people change their life and show them that there's more in them than they know? And there is an opportunity for them to completely do that for themselves. So I became addicted, like I said, to changing lives. I just wanted to create as many success stories as possible. So with the business I'm a part of, they also have network marketing a part of it, which allows you to pretty much bring in people, show them the opportunity that we have at MTC and help them change their life. And as you guys know, I love changing lives. So I was like, this is amazing. And if you guys don't know what network marketing is, the biggest industry in the world. It's bigger than the movie, the sports industry, something else combined. It's massive. You got people like Tony Robbins, Jim Rohn, Robert Kiyosaki, Richard Branson, there's a lot of leaders, a lot of people you guys look up to who are massive ambassadors of network marketing. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna learn about it because Robert Kiyosaki wrote a book called Business of the 21st Century. I read that and I was like, oh my god, this is what I'm gonna do. And I've also learned from my mentors that Network marketing is personal development with a compensation plan. So what that means is as you grow and as you grow others, your income is going to, increase. And I was like, that is the best job in the world. And I'm changing lives while I'm doing that. Like, I don't think there's any better job. Yes, I could be an electrician and help people get power to their house, but it's not that rewarding. I don't get to see them change, transform, their emotions go from doubt to now belief and confidence, right? So I was hooked. I was absolutely hooked. And I realized what it did for me. And I realized if no one ever told me what was possible, I would have given up like ages ago. I'd still be living, the life I was 2, 3 years ago as an electrical apprentice, blaming the government and my boss for the reason why I don't have the life I want. But now I live a life where I just never thought it would be possible. So I'm going to keep telling you guys a journey, and understand this is possible for you if you're watching this. If you're inspired by this, understand that is because it's possible for you. One of my favorite like quotes is like, learning is when you become aware of what you've already know. Like, imagine that. If you understand when you're learning something, it's just you becoming aware of what you already know. It's always been there, you just weren't aware of it. So when you learn something, understand it's always been there. It's just someone has shown you that it's there, and now you're aware of it, and now you can apply it to your life and change your life. It's something that's just really, really made a difference to me. So, as I went on this journey, it was scary. I started to share to everyone I ever met online, in person, and through doing that at 23 years old, well, I was 22 back then, I was able to create a decent income that I was able to sustain, doing this full time. I became the top recruiter in the company, smashed all records in the company. I've just recently got a 100K ring earner. What that means is I've made over 100 grand from my business, which is something that only 2% of like, 20-year-olds will ever get into, which is, it makes me feel pretty good. I mean, I've worked hard for this and I've done a lot of work. I've given up a lot of things to get here. Like, for you guys who don't understand, like, before I was doing this, I was an apprentice and I was living Monday to Friday and celebrating on the weekends, getting drunk, smashed out of my life, had no idea, no goals, no ambitions, and I literally just had no direction. And there was no one around me who did. And I've now, I'm now been sober for over 16 months. Like, literally given up for life. I just think it's just not serving me. So why should I keep having it? And what's going to give me the best chance to allow me to retire my parents is, not drinking alcohol, because I want to give myself the best chance, to do that. And I know when you drink, it's the only substance that goes straight to your brain, which is not great. And also, it makes brain fog. It makes you not think right. It makes you feel like shit. So like, it's not something you want to be doing. So I've made massive sacrifices. I've removed all entertainment for education, and that was the best thing I've ever done. Like, I stopped watching movies, TV series, indulging on like Netflix and going on my phone through social media. I just learn, because I understand the more you learn, the more you earn. And I just want to share all this with you guys because it's very possible you guys can do this. I started last year in January. I left my job in April last year. It is now October 2023. It has only been like 16, 18 months. Like, it hasn't been long. And this is possible for you. If you feel like you want more in your life, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to give you all the knowledge, all the skills, everything I can to allow you to achieve that. But the one thing you understand is success is not about luck. It's about work. And it's about hard work. You can't just put in part-time efforts and get full-time results. You got to put in full-time efforts to get full-time results. Now, everyone thinks being an entrepreneur is amazing. Okay, trust me, if you love what you're doing, yes, it's amazing, but it's not easy. It doesn't make it any easier than a normal job. Yes, you feel happy about doing it, but guess what? You're your own boss. So you got to make yourself, wake up in the morning when you want to wake up. There's no one telling you to wake up, so you got to do it for yourself. And you've also got to go to sleep at the right time. And you got to make sure that every single, minute, hour that you're spending, you're working on income producing activities or activities that are getting you closer to your goal. Because if you're not, there's no boss to tell you off. There's no one to hold you accountable but yourself. So just understand that and understand it is not easy, but it's a lot better than having someone else, tell you what to do and like allow you to control your life and your income, right? I was over someone telling me how much I could make, when I could go to work, when I could leave, when I could go to sleep, when I could wake up, when I could go traveling. I hated it. And now that I've been able to create that life, I believe everyone deserves that chance. And I'm telling you, I'm not going to give you guys and say it's easy. I'm going to tell you straight up, it's hard. It's hard, but so is being broke. And one of my favorite quotes is choose your hard, right? You know, being broke is hard. Being fat is hard. Being, being like dumb is hard, right? All this stuff is hard, but so is being smart. You have to learn and read and, really grow yourself to become smart. I wasn't smart. I am smart now, or I believe I am. And, that wasn't easy. That was hard. Getting fit, getting the six pack, getting in the shape you want, that's hard. Actually being successful is hard. Choose what you believe is worth being, going through that hardship through. And for anyone who's doubting themselves, like, I'm going to go through so many things that by the end of you, listening to all my videos I'm going to be doing through this YouTube channel, your belief is going to be so strong, your confidence, your discipline. I'm going to be teaching you guys everything. I mean, literally everything from the day one, from literally last year, January the 1st to now, and how I've done it. Because that's pretty quick, right? Imagine if you guys go, in 16, 18 months, I could be living the life Bayley lives if I just follow everything he teaches. How many people would love that? Like, let me know in the comments below so I know, or give this video a like, whatever you want to do to show some support. But yeah, today's video was just to really explain to you guys that what I've gone through is, it's like anyone's life, but I just realized that I can't keep going through this pain, and I'm gonna find a way to get through it. And I'm just a normal person. I'm a normal 23-year-old who just wants to make a difference in other people's lives and show them what's possible, because someone did that for me. I didn't believe in myself. I didn't think I could be successful. I didn't believe I could achieve anything that I've achieved, but someone else did. And I want to be that someone else for you. I want to show you that, yes, you might not believe in yourself, but I believe in you. And I can see you achieving some amazing things. I can see you traveling the world, retiring your family, achieving every single goal that you want to achieve. And I see that in you. I don't care if you don't see it in you. I know you might be quite depressed right now and really upset, but I'm telling you, if you just trust me and you jump on these calls every time, I'm doing a video on YouTube every Monday, your life that you're looking at right now will not be the same 12 months now. I give you my bloody word. I give you my word. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for just listening to my first video. Drop in the comments like below what you would like me to talk about next week. If no one really does it, I will just come up with my own topic. But like, I really want to help you guys achieve exactly what I've done, and I'm going to give you guys the exact blueprint on how to do that. So I hope you guys have an incredible day, night, wherever you guys are. I love you. I appreciate you guys, and I'm excited to change your life and show you what's possible like someone did to me.